So many years back, so many years back, while we were still very young. So there's this cousin of mine who used to live with us then. This cousin of mine used to be very playful, very playful. You know, there are some kids that that are playful and some are extremely playful. Like this cousin of mine was extremely playful. He's a boy. He's a man now, married with kids, you understand? So one day my mother made food and sent him while he was playing. I'm gonna call this cousin of mine. What name will I give him? Okay, I'm gonna call this cousin of mine Uchechi. So my mother was making dinner, and after cooking, my mother called Uchechi and said, Uchechi, please go take this food. My mother prepared the food, put it in a food flask, very sumptuous fufu, and I think that was unumo soup. She made that very sumptuous food. You know, when my mother is cooking for somebody, you will know the way she will buy so many fish and meat once she's cooking, maybe to give it to somebody. So my mother actually sat down and made this food with different rishi inside. And my mother called this my cousin brother, and said, Uchechi, Biko, please come and take this food to so and so person, please. So Uchechi was playing then. So Uchechi came. I guess he was not listening to what my mother was saying. So Uchechi said, okay, ma. So Uchechi said, okay, ma. And he ran off with the food to deliver it to where my mother sent him to deliver the food. So few hours later, Uchechi came back home, and my mother was like, what took you so long? Like, why did you take so long to come back? What were you doing? But my mother did not pay so much attention to it because she knew that Uchechi plays a lot, and she did not really pay so much attention to it. So my mother went about her duty. So few days down the line, my mother was at the market square, and this woman saw my mother at the market square and was thanking my mother for the food she sent her. And she was like, she is sorry that she has not sent the food flask back, that the minute she gets home from the market, she is personally going to bring the food flask back to my mother and properly thank her for sending the food her way. So immediately this thing happened. Immediately my mother knew that Uchechi had made a mistake by giving this food to the wrong person. My mother actually sent Uchechi to give the food to a woman that just put to bed. But because Uchechi was so playful, Uchechi was not listening. What Uchechi did was to take that food to another woman differently. So the woman that my mother actually cooked the food for did not get this food. So when my mother came back, my mother called Uchechi and was like, Uchechi, come, my son, where did you take that food? Which woman did you take the food to? And Uchechi said, this is the woman I took the food. And there and then my mother was like, you know our mother. Now trust what my mother would do to her. Trust what my mother did to him. So there and then my mother was so furious. I was like, this is not the person. My mother was like, this is not the person I asked you to send the food to. The person I actually cooked this food for was a woman that put to bed, and this woman did not get this food. But what my mother did was to make another food, because when she was coming back from market that day, she knew that she has to make another food for this woman. So she bought ingredients to make another food for this woman, and she personally took it to this woman that she needed this food the most. So we have come to the end of our cooking today. Hope you enjoyed this cooking video. Stay tuned for our next Stay tuned for our next video. Bye, and God bless you.